Hi guys, I hope you guys are well. You're good, you're amazing. Sure. Well, number one, I'm not okay. Like, I'm in pain, I suffer from chronic pain. But I decided, regardless of how I feel, I am going to make this video. I mentioned that because there may be more videos that you see go, oh girl is just forcing it, but I will force it until it works, okay? That's me. So I wanted to quickly just talk about AKA and that memorial. I think I remember my sister called me yesterday after the no, not yesterday, today, and she was like, oh my goodness, I don't even know how to put to words how AKA's memorial was. And I didn't watch all of it because, guys, truth be told, I don't like things that are going to make me cry. I will not voluntarily sit down and go through emotional turmoil. If you know me, you will know I don't like horror movies, no thrilling movies. Actually, yes, I try, but because maybe when the person dies, I don't feel bad because I knew they went there. It's their fault. They are always the bad guy with the action. I'm joking. So she called and she's like, yo, I have so many emotions about the funeral. And when I think about what we're talking about in the afternoon and I was about to sleep, and I'm just like, no man, go take the camera and record this. And that's why the first thing I want you guys to understand and never forget is I will talk about 3 things. I hope time allows me. But the first thing is AKA, guys, AKA. We knew AKA based on his accolades, what he achieved. He's a super mega. What more do you want? AKA was someone we all knew, but at the same time, I think the greatest association of AKA, when I say the word before he passed on, was he's a rapper. Number one, I think I saw God. I saw God, and I think we need to learn from that particular instance. The reason why I'm saying this is because almost every single person, that actually spoke in that funeral was talking about how AKA was a good person, how he was changing his life, he was starting to enjoy life more. And most times they spoke about his relationship with God. And I got to understand that every person who is speaking does not necessarily necessitate that everything that happened to him because he did not have a relationship with God. But Pastor Mavalando even mentioned when he understood the love of God upon his life, that was what changed him. And I think the reason why everyone is mentioning God, guys, is because yes, he has his accolades. Everyone could have just said, yeah, he's the best in the whole world, he's rich, he made it when he was young, but how come does that end up not being an important thing to talk about in his funeral? How? One thing I want you to understand and never forget is the fact that when you die, we will not talk about the things you did. When you die, people will not remember what you gave them. They will not remember what you were doing in your life, but they will remember how you made them feel. Yes, he made us happy. But when he got Christ, guys, I'm definitely sure he was changing in every sphere of his life. And I just need to also mention, yes, we heard he was dating Utembe, the girl who passed on, unfortunately, his fiance. But guys, and when she passed on, they were fighting. Let me put it like that. I am not saying that Nadia is a saint, but the truth of the matter is, when a man starts believing in God, they can never be the same again. Listen to me. When a man decides to take Jesus as his Lord and Savior, things are bound to change. Even when at that particular time the person does not see what is going on. And in my heart, I'm thinking the reason why AKA started living a proper life, a good life, a life that was filled with purpose and fulfillment is because he met Jesus. I know others may not want to say this, but when you meet Jesus, things change in your life. And that's the first thing I want you to remember. People will talk about your relationship with God. People will talk about the kind of person you are. And the reason why they were talking about God and putting God there was because there was a comparison. Does it make sense? AKA was something before. Same person. Same person. He was something before, and there's a comparison now when God is in it to something else. I want to quickly show you something. I hope you can see this. Okay. This is a glass. Can you see? It's a glass. The purpose of the glass is to actually not make anything spill over. So you can move with liquid. Liquid spills over. That is what the purpose of the glass is, nothing else. Other things that have the that I included may not even be the greatest thing about it. It may also be the fact that there are different designs of glasses and you want it for beauty, but the bottom line is the main aim why this thing exists, guys, is because whatever you need from the kitchen is to get to your room basically without spilling. Yeah, mom. This is clean, and this I explained the purpose. This is also a glass. Can you see this? This is also a glass. Can you see? I hope you can see how dirty it is. It's a glass, very glassy. But when I put these two glasses together, they have the same purpose, but they are not in the same condition. Not even talking about being broken. What I believe happened to AKA's life before AKA met God, he was this glass. This is the glass he was. Before he understood the gospel, before he went to the home cells, before he was able to love Nadia to death, before he was able to also just have peace, support his family, not have quarrels and fights. We know him to always have drama. The past year, guys, let's be honest, I can't even remember anything about AKA's drama except the last one of which his fiance passed on. This is what I think he was like. And then someone said to him, there's a better person who can make this glass clean. And the better person is, even if I put in water here, guys, and put in water here too. That one, I'll put in water here and I'll put in water here. But this will never be as clean as this when it's just water. You need a catalyst. Your catalyst is soap. And for you to get something like this. And I constantly, definitely believe that, yes, we will pour water here. Yeah, one. We will pour water here. But water is not enough to make it clean. Purpose is still serving. If I put juice here inside, it will not spill. But the truth of the matter is, of which I mentioned, that's the first purpose. It will not spill. Juice will not spill here. I will carry it until I get to my room, but the truth of the matter is I will never be confident about what I put inside of it because of the condition of how it looks. God is very, very interesting. God can give you a gift. He can give you a purpose. And you will succeed even before meeting God. But the truth of the matter is when God comes and cleanses you like this, your purpose doesn't change. It gets better. It gets better. And that's why I keep thinking, AKA was saved. AKA was saved. I couldn't even talk about the other two. But I want people to understand that at the end of the day, after your life is finished and you have no energy to speak, we all have been given a chance. Let me put it like that. We all have been given a chance. And the chance that God has given us is a chance that allows us to either want to grow or not grow. God is not saying to you, when I save you, I want you to change your life completely from a perspective of purpose. Other people, yes, may need to be aligned to the purpose of God based on, a quick example is you may be a business person and not know God. And then you have tenders and you bribe. And it's highly possible that God is not going to say stop business because at the end of the day, doing business is God's thing. But what he will change is how you do it. What he will change, not even what he will change, what the Spirit of God will change inside of you is how you perform that particular job that you get. So kindly, please never forget this. I'm not saying God is saying you're dirty. This has nothing to do with sin. This has nothing to do with sin, but everything to do with the relationship with God. If you understand the importance of having a relationship with God, I'm definitely sure you are going to run to him today, even when things are not making sense and you don't know what this God actually makes or does. Or I pray that you actually do that. Because when you meet God, guys, things don't stay the same. A man who has accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior can never treat his wife in the same way. A man who really understands a relationship that he has with God will never be bad to other people. I am not saying be perfect, but that man will be striving to do good. He will not be perfect. He will not do everything according to the way you want him to do because guess what? He's still a person. But the truth of the matter is, in his heart, deep down, the desire to change and become a better person will be there. Do you know that there are people who are living with us today and they have no interest in making sure their lives are better? And unfortunately, it's because they've been hurt. Hey, they've been hurt. And I pray today as well, even after speaking about this analogy that God, may you please bless each and every person that has listened to this video. Apart from blessing them, God, give them peace, give them love, because when you are in their lives, I know for sure there's peace. Even when things don't make sense, some form of peace is definitely going to be there. I pray that they desire to want to know you. I pray that they continue to have a thirst and a yearning for your kingdom and for your work. And I pray, oh God, that you continue to make sure that every single thing that concerns them succeeds. I give you praise, glory, and honor. And I thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.